Good evening. My name is Laura McCool, and I want to welcome you all to the summer camp orientation meeting and everybody that's watching the replay. I'm so glad that you guys were able to come out here tonight to learn more about our summer camp and make sure that your child's first week goes very smoothly. Again, my name is Lauren McCool. So we started the summer camp. This is our 5th year. So we started in 2017. Prior to that, we have had a half-day preschool program here for about 20 years. And then also in 2017, we opened up our full-time childcare. So we have 3 programs here that I help run, along with our assistant director, Carrie McCool. And in the summer, we have Miss Megan Muncie. She's a 3rd grade teacher at We Are Ridge. She comes and helps me out. COVID-19 procedures. So this summer, masks are optional. So they're optional for all the kids and staff. Last summer, some of you guys may know, we did not wear masks, and we did a pretty good job. And thank you so much, parents, for that. We had no COVID. We all did really great, and I just want to say thank you so much for that. However, your child will need to bring a mask every day for field trips in the city bus. So the city bus is federally mandated, and there is still a federal mask mandate. So we will have to wear a mask on the bus, as well as any field trips that those businesses still require masks. Hand washing, so we wash our hands a lot here. We wash the child's hand as soon as they come to camp, before and after snack and lunch, and we also wash our hands before or after we come back from outside. Our counselors do a lot of cleaning throughout the day and sanitizing, so we feel really confident this summer that we can rock it out of the park like we did last summer. So health and safety of your child. Again, to the families that came last year, you guys did a great job keeping your child home if they were sick or had anything going on, and that really helped us out. So please keep your child home if they have a fever over 100.4 degrees, any heavy nasal discharge or constant cough, vomiting, or if they have diarrhea, or any symptoms of a contagious disease. And they have to be symptom-free for 24 hours before they can come back to camp. If your child needs medication, so like an inhaler, or if they have an EpiPen, we'll give you a medication form that we'll have to have signed by a doctor to keep on file. And then have a plan if your child is sick. So if something happens here at camp and they vomit or they spike a fever, please just have a plan in place, and we ask that you come within 30 minutes to pick up your child. So drop off and pick up procedures. So we are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You'll enter through the early learning entrance, door 5. And so to get into our building, the first 2 doors are always unlocked. Then you'll walk inside the vestibule. The door to your left is always going to be locked, and the door to your right is powered by the key fobs. It's really simple to use. You just put your key fob up to the little black box. You'll hear the door unlock, and you'll just open it on up. We do ask, if at all possible, that campers are here by 9 a.m. and they don't get picked up till 4 p.m. We do a ton of stuff out in the community. We have a ton of stuff planned, and they just really miss out if they're not here by 9 and they get picked up earlier than 4. If you had to pick up your child early for some reason, you'll just have to look at the schedule to see where we're located at. You will sign in and out your child on the iPad through Brightwell outside the office. And on the first day, me and Miss Carrie kind of waved, she's back there. We will all help you guys the first couple weeks, so don't be scared. The iPad's really easy to clock in and clock out your kid, and we can help you guys do that. You will have your child wash their hands when they enter the classroom, and only authorized people can pick up your child, and they must be on Brightwell, and we'll get more on that later. And there is a $50 late fee given to campers picked up later than 6:10 p.m. And then if you guys can just message on Brightwell, which is their online system, if they're going to be absent. So what do you bring to camp? So we ask that you bring this year, this is new, a water bottle with your child's name on it that they can take outside and have for lunch and recess and all of that good stuff. So every day you'll bring a water bottle. We ask that you bring a sunscreen face stick. So I kind of put a picture here on the slide, and we'll use that all summer to put sunscreen on your child's face. And then we use community sunscreen for the body. So we use Maker's Mark, Spray, Sport, SPF 50. If you want your child to use a different kind of sunscreen, you'll have to bring that in. We ask that you bring a swimsuit, towel, and cover up in a bag, and that will stay here the entire summer. So we have laundry facilities, and we'll wash your child's towel and swimsuit after every use. So you'll just keep that there. That way we don't have to worry about somebody didn't have a bathing suit or you having to wash it. So that will stay here all summer. A book for your child to read, so we have reading time built in every day. An extra change of clothes. This is really important. You might not think that you only need to bring extra clothes because your child has a potty accident, but there's a lot of different accidents. They could spill something on themselves. They could, I don't know, maybe accidentally rip their shirt. Something always happens, and we never have extra clothes. So just make sure you just have something in their cubby that they could change into if something happens. And then a couple masks in their cubby. So where do you put your child things? So each camper will be given a cubby. Please keep, again, a complete outfit in their cubby at all times. Please do not send your child with toys or electronics or phones. We have plenty of that here, and it just really gets lost in the shuffle. So please keep any toys at home. Each camper is encouraged to bring a book for reading time, and we're not liable for any lost or stolen items. So what do you wear to camp? So you're gonna dress your child for comfort, something that they can run, jump, hop, skip around with. For messy art projects, so you wouldn't send your child in their Sunday best. And then dress for outside, so watch the weather. Typically in June, it's more cooler in the morning, and then towards the afternoon it kind of warms up. So you might throw in an extra jacket so they can wear. Please, 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 no flip-flops. Shoes must have a back strap. We just do so much physical activity that the flip-flops really just don't stand up. I've had a couple of kids who've broken their flip-flops on field trips, or they've broken them here and we have no backup. So please just do not send your child in flip-flops. If your child wears a dress, make sure that they have shorts underneath, and then limit accessories like bows, jewelry, things like that. We do provide a camp shirt that stays here all summer that we do wash just like the bathing suits, and we wear those camp shirts with our camp logo on them to all field trips. So weekly schedule. So a weekly schedule will be emailed out on the Wednesday before each week, and so we'll actually send out next week's schedule on Thursday, so tomorrow. And on that weekly schedule, you'll see some of these terms, and so I'm gonna kind of explain to you what those items are. So we keep a detailed schedule down to the half hour of what we're gonna do each day. And so each week it changes. It just depends on what field trips we're doing or special events. So some of the things we do each week is we have gym time. So we get out the balls, the hula hoops, all the fun gym equipment, and the kids can play. Our younger groups have rest time. Usually it's just like a half an hour. They love to do they meditate, they do yoga. It's just kind of a little quiet time for them. We go to chapel every Tuesday, so all the kids come in here. We sing Bible songs, we read stories. It's a really fun time for them. Like I mentioned earlier, we have time to read. And then another popular item is classroom time. So each group, we have 3 groups, the frogs, the foxes, and the bears. And those are all aged out by grade. So in the classroom time we have, you can kind of see in the picture, we have a lot of manipulatives and blocks. We do coloring pages. We have board games. We have Bop-Its. We have, what else do we have, Miss Carrie? Card games, Play-Doh, a variety of things. And those things change every week. So every week we take everything out We rotate it so the kids don't get bored, and they really do enjoy classroom time. And then we also have outside and playground time. So our younger group, the frogs, they sometimes play on the playground, but everybody else, they play on what we call our camp playground. And so we have a gaga pit, a foursquare, we have a basketball hoop set up. Sometimes we'll set up a big volleyball net for them to play, and we have tons of different yard games and chalk and things that the kids like to play with. So this year we're having Camper's Choice bi-weekly. It was really fun that we did that last year. We wanted to bring it back this year, and we're trying to figure out how to get it in our schedule because last year we actually did not go on any field trips due to COVID. And so this year we're going to do it bi-weekly. And what Camper's Choice is, we have 4 different choices that the kids can do for about an hour and a half each day, Monday through Thursday, that the counselors lead. So it's something that the counselors are interested in. So last year we did like a basketball clinic, we did art, we did cooking, I taught a class on spa, we painted nails, we did dance and cheerleading. The kids really enjoyed that. And then on Friday, we have our big Friday showcase, and the kids talk about what they learned, if they have something to perform. So like the dance team would always perform their little dance. And then on Fridays, we always do a big costume contest. So we, each week has a weekly theme. So the first week is camping, and then we do spy, we're doing Dr. Seuss this year, and the kids love to dress up on Fridays, and then we give them little awards and things like that. So the groups that I've been talking about, so the kids will be divided into groups based on their grade, and we do many all-camp activities as well as we do activities just in their group. So swimming, so we swim twice a week at Castaway Bay, and we start that June 7th. Unfortunately, the pool is not open the first week of camp due to Lafayette School Corporation actually still in school. So we ask that you bring a swimsuit and towel that will stay at camp all summer, and just please mark that with the first and last name. That's really important when we start to sort the laundry and stuff. It takes us a couple weeks, but we eventually do memorize everybody's towel and everybody's bathing suit. But for those first couple weeks, it's just really important that you put their first and last name on there. And then we ask that you bring a bag for swim days so the kids can put their items in there. Campers can bring goggles, but please do not send pool toys. We ask that if you could send your camper with sunscreen on every day. We reapply every 2 hours in the sun. So when we're going to the pool, we put sunscreen on the kids. They swim, and after an hour, we take them all out and we reapply sunscreen. When we're here at camp, we put sunscreen on the kids every time we go outside. Again, campers can bring their own sunscreen, but the camp also provides 50 SPF spray sunscreen. Life jackets are provided at Castaway Bay. So we use all the life jackets that they provide, so you don't need to bring any kind of floaties or swim device for your child. On your registration form, you indicated if your child needed to have a life jacket or not. So we have all of that information. If something changes in the summer and your child no longer needs a life jacket, just please let me or Miss Carrie know. The kids like to tell us that they don't have to wear a life jacket, but we do whatever the paper says. And we always say, Mom and Dad have to be the ones that take it away. So if something happens, I know last summer a lot of kids weren't able to do swim lessons. So what's really nice about Castaway Bay, if you haven't been, is that it's a zero entry pool. So it starts out really, really shallow and then gradually gets deeper. So the kids really enjoy that, especially the little ones, that they don't have to be like kind of dunked in the pool, that they can still kind of run around. And then Castaway Bay also has a little splash pad. So lunch and snacks. So campers will need to bring their own lunch every day. Lunches will be kept in the refrigerator until it's time for lunch. Please have the first and last name on the lunch box. Campers will not have access to a microwave. We have too many kids, and so we're not able to heat up lunches. But we also give 2 snacks that will be provided every day in the morning and the afternoon. So field trips. So we take 1 to 2 field trips every week. The city bus or walking is our main mode of transportation. So campers will stay in their camp shirts on field trips, and then we wash them again after use. Me and Miss Carrie were sitting down today to plan some field trips, and we're pretty excited about the different things that we're going to be able to do this summer. We've planned to go to a Lafayette Aviators game. We did that 2 years ago, and it was a blast. We go to the park and the zoo. We're going to try to go to Great Skates. I don't think it's called that anymore, but that's what it was called when I was a kid. What else were we setting up, Miss Carrie? Bowling, movie theater. So yeah, we're excited to be able to go out and do things this summer. So Vacation Bible School. So CUMC puts on a Vacation Bible School. It's open to the community, and all of our summer campers go. It's during the week of June 21st. We do ask that you have your child here no later than 8:30 a.m. because VBS does start at 9. And we have already signed your child up, so you don't need to do anything for Vacation Bible School. We have all of that handled. So what is Brightwell? So Brightwell is an app, and all of you guys should have been invited to that app. If you weren't, please let us know and we can help you through that. Brightwell is our main mode of communication. On Brightwell, we can post pictures and videos of your child throughout the day. We can send notes. We do incident reports if they got hurt and the things that we had to do first aid. And then we can check in and out at your child. And then on Brightwell, the parents can send us messages. So like if you guys have any questions, we can message you back. Or if you had you needed to pick up your child early, all of that just really goes through the Brightwell app. And then you can also report absences. It's an extremely friendly or easy app to use. And the parents really enjoy it. So our payment policies. So camp payments are to be paid in full on Monday of the current week. So invoices go out typically on Tuesday and Wednesday for the next week. If your child will not be attending on Monday, please plan ahead if you wanted to pay cash or check. There is a late fee. And then at the end of the year, there is a tax receipt that's available on Brightwell for you guys to use in your taxes. So acceptable forms of payment is cash and check, and actually new this year because Brightwell changed their whole billing system. We can take credit card, debit card, or your bank account. If you choose to use your bank account, there is a 60-cent fee, and if you do debit or credit card, I believe it's a 2.7% fee that you will have to pay. Also, what's this really cool is you can pay ahead for credit. So you could get on the Brightwell app and you could say put $500 on your child's account. So every time you're invoiced, it will just take from that credit first until it comes and has you have an amount to bill, or to pay, I'm sorry. So that's kind of all I had. I know I threw a ton of information at you guys. We're super, super excited for this summer. Does anybody have any questions? I could answer some now, or we could, if you have something private, me and Carrie could answer out in the Narthex. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do bike day probably like 2 or 3 times this summer. So last summer we did bike day every week and the kids rode their bikes. And this year I think we're just gonna stick with just 2 or 3 times the whole summer. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're in our child care, we fixed all of the plans and changed all that, so the new rate will appear on your Brightwell. Mm-hmm. So this year we have about 80 kids that signed up, and we have about 60 kids that come each week. Since you're able to pick the weeks you come, it kind of works out with people coming part-time and full-time to about 60 a week. So, Carrie, do you know the age groups of like who's a frog, a fox, and bear?
Yeah, so if you're going into kindergarten and you just completed kindergarten, you're a frog. If you're going into, let me think about this. So if you're going into second and third, you're a fox. And fourth and up is bear. So bear is, but all of the bears, they've gone together anyway since day one. So that group will do well.
Yeah, since we've only been open in 5 years, what's really neat about our summer camp is we haven't had too many kids age out. So in the next couple of years, we're gonna have big groups of kids age out. But so some of these kids have been together, like she said, for quite some summers. All right, like I said, we will answer any other questions out in the narthex. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, and we cannot wait for Tuesday or whenever your child starts camp. Have a great night.